We lead off with some breaking news. Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh has been assassinated in Tehran. Hamas said in social media posts that Haniyeh and his bodyguard had been killed at their residence in the country. No one immediately claimed responsibility for the assassination, but suspicion immediately fell on Israel, which had vowed to kill Haniyeh and other leaders of Hamas over the terrorist group's October 7th attacks on Israel. DW reporter Alyona Morashova is following this breaking news. Alyona, what do we know about this attack so far?
So what we have so far are two separate statements. One is from Iran's Revolutionary Guards and the other one is from Hamas. So I'll quote the first one. Iran's Revolutionary Guards say that the residence of Ismail Haniyeh, the head of the political office of Hamas Islamic Resistance, was hit in Tehran. And as a result of this incident, him and one of his bodyguards were killed. Then we also have Hamas. They confirmed this attack and they blame Israel right away. They call it a Zionist attack. And I'm quoting here. They also warn of grave escalation. And they also call this attack a cowardly act that will not go unpunished. So talking about Israel, of course, as you said, we haven't gotten any confirmation yet, and we shouldn't expect it in really short time. Usually they don't confirm it right away. So, and Israel has been trying to actually target Haniyeh for a while after the October 7th terror attack. And apparently we still need to wait for the confirmation, but according to Iran's Revolutionary Guards and to Hamas itself, he was successfully targeted. And I also want to remind you that Haniyeh was in Iran for the inauguration of Iran's new president, and he was targeted there in his residence.
All right. Alyona Morashova with our news team. Thank you very much. And for more on this, we're joined by Benhem Ben Taleblu. He is a senior fellow at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, and he joins us from Washington. Benhem, welcome back to the show. Explain this to us. How significant is Haniyeh's death?
Well, it's great to be with you again. This is a huge political setback for the Iran-backed terror group known as Hamas. Haniyeh, as you know, was in Tehran, where the patron of that group actually resides. Haniyeh had met with Iran's supreme leader and Iran's ninth president, the newest president, Masoud Pezeshkian, right after being sworn in. Mere hours before, you couldn't have a starker contrast. He was hobnobbing with senior political, religious, and military officials from the Islamic Republic, seated next to members of the constellation of terror and proxy forces that Tehran calls the Axis of Resistance, chanting death to America and death to Israel. And then hours later, this news, as you had just reported, is breaking. I think if you had to contrast this with the other reported assassination that we had spoken about earlier today, a Lebanese high-ranking military official in the suburbs of Beirut, that one is designed to throw a terror group off balance by robbing them of a certain capability by targeting a person that has a particular military aptitude. This is designed to send a strong political message. And things could go 50-50 right now with the rest of the Gaza war, as well as the foreign patron Iran, because this attack did happen on their soil.
Should we assume then that Israel is behind this assassination? We know that they've targeted top Hamas leaders. They've made no secret about that.
I do believe in this case it's quite possible to connect the dots. I'm not sure if the Israelis will ever come out and potentially confirm this story. They may have a political rationale to do so a bit later on, but A, the reporting timeline right now is quite tight, and B, they don't always confirm these things. But as you mentioned, there is a certain trend line here. But even if we zoom out, there's a different picture. And there's a picture not created by analysts or anything else. There's a picture related by a former intelligence minister in Iran, Mr. Younisi, if I'm not mistaken, where he talked about how punctured the state security services were. And I believe he even said that no Iranian official should